Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Cool People During COVID. Look at that super cool person with me right now, Tiwanna Kenney, everyone. Yay,
Hi.
Tiwanna.
Hello, hello.
I'm so honored to have you with us today. I'm glad my friends get to meet you.
I'm so happy to be here, and I'm mad that I don't get to meet your friends, but hi, Nick's friend.
Well, I get to meet your friends, I think, too, because you have so many fans. They hear you're going to be on this, and I'll have like a trillion views, right?
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Well, you were so good to me. I joined the National Auctioneers Association almost 2 years ago, and I went to the convention last year for the benefit auctioneer specialist. And there you were, and you were so nice to me, a newbie. I didn't know anyone, and you were so kind. And then you led a little seminar thing online after that, and then you knew everything, and then you still made time for me to answer all my questions. I'm just, I'm just so grateful for people like you. You're awesome.
Well, thank you, but that's a testament to you because you had all the great energy, and I'm just like, yes, that's going to be my friend, Nick, the friend.
But you really do have a gift of disseminating information. You can handle complex information and then explain it in a way that people can understand, and that is a gift very, very few people have. So how in the heck did you develop that?
I don't know. I think that's one of those special gifts that I had, but I'll give you a little background. I was in the military, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it, or my banking background, because that's what I did afterwards. So all that
Okay.
analyzing and always having to explain. But, you know, I mean, patience, everyone's at different levels. And at the end of the day, I want everyone to win. So, you know, we're going to take the time and explain and share as much as we can.
Isn't that I love that. Is that your life motto? And at the end of the day, I want everyone to win.
At the end of the day, I want everyone. Yes.
I'm going to highlight that below. I just love that. What a great attitude. It's probably the first thing you think about at the beginning of the day.
Yes. Like, who can I help? What can I do? How can I make a difference?
How does that change the way you view life, having an attitude like that?
Well, I'll tell you, typically it works in my favor, but right now, the hardest thing has been for me to do is during COVID because I can't help and I can't do anything but sit still. And I'm like, the one time sitting still actually helps. And that used to be my thing. Like
Uh,
my mom and my friends would always say, what are you going off to do now? I'm like, going to help someone. But now I have to help someone by sitting in my house. But I want to like get my nursing degree overnight and become a doctor overnight so I can help people. But but typically it works really well. But this time, like I feel lost. I'm like, well, how quickly can I get my MD?
wow. And you would remember everything. You could take
Right.
an online degree class, and I would take it because the way you explain things, I could actually pass.
Yes.
But you have a company, you have a astounding auctions and fundraising strategies.
Yes.
Astounding auction. I like that. Astounding auctions and fundraising strategies because it's more than just auctions. It's actually a strategy.
Yes. Exactly. That's where that came in. We're like, okay, anyone can fundraise and almost anyone can be an auctioneer. It's you need some charisma though. But almost anyone can be an auctioneer. Anyone can get up there and do those other things. But the strategy piece is where we make ourselves stand out.
And that's what takes the most time. I think most people just say, "Hey, just showed up for 20 minutes or so. You just did 20 minutes or so of the stuff." So, but there is so much behind that. Not only planning the meeting itself, the gala, but all the knowledge that you have, the vast knowledge that continues. You never stop learning in this business.
Exactly.
So how has it changed for you during this time? Because I'm sure you're extremely you're booked all the time. You're one of the busiest benefit auctioneers around. So I'm things change. What happened?
So at first it was really scary because everyone was just like, we're going to pause, we're going to stop, we're going to hold, but we had no idea for how long. But then we realized we have this technology. So I've been using Zoom for years because I travel the country to help my clients. So Zoom has always been my go-to for meetings with people who aren't in my same area. But then one day we realized, hey, auctions have been remote for quite some time, and in that we found a group of people who we can just talk through and bounce ideas off of. And then slowly but surely, it's become this bigger movement where virtual auctions are a thing. So now we can ask questions of each other and build best practices. But it's 100% phone and computer consultation. And then we do the event in consultation mode also. So that's why I have this handy microphone.
Yes. Sounds
And
great.
yes, thank you.
Yeah.
And then I have screens. I have screens galore around me right now,
Uh-huh.
just so that way I can see anything that I need to.
Well, when you say best practices, what do you mean by that?
So the best practices, what do we see that tends to yield the most success? So what are
Okay.
those things that we want everyone to do that say, everyone doesn't have to say welcome in the words welcome, but everyone has to make sure they have good audio. Everyone doesn't have to make sure that their program follows program, speaker, auction, ending,
Mhm.
but everyone has to make sure if you're using internet that you're plugged in and you're not depending on your Wi-Fi because you want the strongest connection possible. What are those things that are going to make sure that no matter what the event is, that we are having the best night possible?
Fantastic. I never thought about that. You'd want a straight Ethernet connection and not go through the Wi-Fi. That makes so much sense.
Yes, do the
Wow.
best practices. And if you have nephews, don't let them come over on virtual gala night because they will use up all your bandwidth on their video games.
Another thing to think about. It sure
Yes.
is. So how do they find your website? I want to mention that a lot. I want people to find you.
Awesome. So it's www.astoundingauctions.com. And just remember to hashtag BeAstounded in everything that you do. But astoundingauctions.com, you'll see us there and find out exactly what it is, why we call ourselves Astounding.
I'm astounded. Yeah, I was astounded right away because you are just so I can't believe I was able to get you on this
Oh,
and
stop.
and and, I, and I'm glad we're Facebook friends too. You really care about people. What are some other things that you're involved with?
Oh, so much. So I serve on two boards here. And so I live in the Austin, Texas area. So like right in the heart, I can get to Dallas, San Antonio, and Houston really easily. But I serve on two boards here. So I'm on the board of the Greater Austin Black Chamber. So where we focus on, commerce and keeping our community strong, and specifically how to leverage Black owned businesses and how to partner with non-Black owned businesses as well. So it's a full gamut, and that's important because yes, we do want inclusivity, and yes, we do want diversity, but sometimes there's things that are available for Black business owners or women of color or people of color as a whole, and sometimes you need those groups so that way you can find those resources that are best available to your business. But I also serve on the board of Any Baby Can, and they are an organization that helps create healthy families.
Nice.
So if you were to be a parent of a child that had additional needs or different needs, they could support you with nurse family partnerships where they have nurses come into your home to help support you and so forth. And we also have programs for teen parenting. We have programs which is special to me because I was a teen parent. My son is 22 years old, and I was on the phone with him right before you called on FaceTime.
Oh,
He's graduating from a university in North Texas this year. But sorry, just had to plug my son.
yay! Well, I plug you too because you're good for you. Good for
Yes,
you.
thanks. And so I really love helping teen parents, and so that's what drew me to Any Baby Can, because sometimes you do that thing that some people call a mistake. I can never call my son a mistake now, but
Yeah.
you become a teen parent, but that's not the end. No, you don't have to be the statistic that gets pregnant again within a year. No, you don't have to be the statistic that doesn't graduate from high school, doesn't go to college. You absolutely can. And sometimes you need someone to give you permission to say, you know what, despite what's happened to you, I want you to know that you absolutely can and still will do everything you said you were going to.
Amen to that. And it's called Any
Mhm.
Baby Can.
Any
Well,
baby can.
thanks, Simone. And what's your daily credo, your daily message at the end of the day?
At the end of the day, it is, we need to make sure that everyone is winning. Everyone.
At the end of the day, we need to make sure that everyone is winning.
That's right.
Wow. That's worked out
And
well for you.
it
It has.
has. It has. It's been, let me tell you, it's been a blessing
Mhm.
in this year. My very first status of the year was farewell scarcity and hello abundance.
Hmm.
And no one thought that this year was going to be what it has been so far.
Right.
But I went to a place where I thought that the scarcity was creeping back in.
Mm-hmm.
But every time I get there, I have that core group of people I check in with, and we remind ourselves that we are still living in abundance.
I love it. I love it. Oh, thanks so much. Thanks for being with us. Again, we want to go. The website is astoundingauctions.com. Easy to find, easy to find. And
Yes.
you can go anywhere now that's virtual, but even back in the day when we were traveling, you had licenses in I don't know how many states, a whole bunch. Yeah.
7 states, because I'm looking at them to renew them right now. So
Yeah,
7
and that's
states.
not easy to do, friends. Believe me, not easy. Not only licenses, you had like in California, you need what it's called.
The business license and the bond.
Yeah, she follows the rules.
Mhm.
She's the real deal. She's awesome, friends. I'm so glad you got to meet her. And until next time, everyone, be cool.
Oh, be cool.